Hi all, welcome back. This is Muthuminal, Assistant Professor at the Department of Agricultural Engineering. At today's session, we'll see about precision farming concepts and what are the types of machineries available for the development of agricultural production. So, before going into the session, I'd like to have a short glimpses what we have seen at the previous classes under the unit Advanced Machinery and Equipment in Agricultural Engineering at the subject Automation Techniques in Agricultural Engineering for the students of second year fourth semester. We have seen what is farm machinery and what does it do and what are the operations involved in agricultural production. It has several stages like handling of residues, tillage, fertilizer distribution, seeding, planting, transplanting, cultivation, pest control, harvesting, transportation, storage, pre-marketing and processing, and at last the livestock production. And then we have seen what are the history of farming and what is the role of farm machinery and why is it important. Today we'll see how this kind of farm machinery is involved in agricultural production and what are the farm machineries that are available nowadays. Now we'll go into the types of farm machineries. The types available for the cultivation of crops. The initial one is tractors. That is, it is a power source for farming instead of the animals that we have been using initially. So instead of replacing the power source, we have been replaced the animals with the help of a tractor. And the second one is combiner. That means that along with the tractors, we are trying to implement the farm implement component parts along with the tractor so that we can directly do certain things involved under the farming operations. And next one is planters, where the vacuum operated planters are available or seeders are available, where the seeds or a plant is sowed in the surface at a certain meticulated distances. And the next one is sprayers. These sprayers will help us to spray the fertilizers or the pesticides. The fertilizers helps us to enrich or enhance the nutrients that are going to be available for the crop production, and the pesticide spraying will be involved in controlling the pests that could happen at a certain field. And the next one is balers and others. The balers are similar to that of a levelers, which helps us to level and loosen the soil and also to improvise the water drainage things that could happen at the where the water has to be moved towards downwards under the groundwater table. That simply means that we are trying to improvise the drainage system of the agriculture using an irrigation system. And here the new technology and the future that could be available for us as of now. The basic technology of agricultural machines has changed little from the last century. Though the modern harvesters and the planters may do a better job, as of today, a commerce usually the rate constraints to US dollar of 250,000 along with the combined of cuts, threshers and separate grains in the same way it has always been done. And though the technology is changing the way that humans operate the machines, a computer monitoring system, global positioning system, self-steer programs allow the most advanced tractors and implements to be more precise and less wasteful in the use of fuel, seed, or fertilizers. And also, we do have a possible future by incorporating GPS maps and electronic sensors, which will help us in the mass production of driverless tractors. Agricultural automation is coming under the firm that is Food and Agricultural Organization of United Nations, which helps us in the use of machinery and equipment in agricultural operations for the purpose of improving their diagnosis, decision making, performing, reducing the drudgery of agricultural work, and also to improve the timeliness and potentially the precision of agricultural operations. Usually, the technological evolution has been carried out from the digital equipment to the robotics with artificial intelligence, and also the motorized mechanization using the engine power automates the performing of agricultural operations such as plowing, seeding, fertilizing, milking, feeding and irrigating. So these are some kinds of fields which have been automated under the utilization of digital equipments. The digital automation technologies has also become possible to automate the diagnosis and decision making. For example, the autonomous crop robots can harvest and seed the crops, and drones can collect information to help to automate the input application. Also, the tractors instead can be transformed into automated vehicles that can sow fields independently. So, this is said to be as the new technological era, and this is where the precision agriculture plays a major role. It is nothing but a farming management strategy based upon the observing, measuring, and responding to a temporal and spatial variability to improve its agricultural production sustainability. It is used as a first conceptual work on precision agriculture, and the practical applications go back in the days of 1980s. The goal is to define a decision support system for the whole farm management with goal of optimizing returns on inputs while preserving the resources. And also this practice has an ability to locate the precise position in field, allows for the creation of maps, and also it involves in the spatial variability of many variables as can be measured. It has been enabled by an unmanned aerial vehicles that are relatively inexpensive and can be operated by a novice pilots, and also these drones can be equipped with multispectral or RGB cameras to capture the images of a field that can be stitched together using photogrammetric methods to create orthophotos. These are the procedures that are involved in precision agriculture. Now we will have a small glimpse at the history of precision agriculture. It is a key component that has happened at the third wave of modern agricultural revolution. It started from 1900 to 1930. With the revolution, each farmer has to produce an enough food to feed about 26 people during this time. At the 1960s, it has been prompted that during this green revolution, with new methods of genetic modification, which made the agriculturist to feed about 156 people. It is expected that by 2050, the global population will reach about 9.6 billion, and the food production must be effectively double from current levels in order to feed everyone. This new technological advancement in the agriculture will be able to feed 265 people on the same acreage. That means that we are in the futuristic development of production of food to meet out the today's global population. And this is how the precision agriculture grows from initial stage to the final stage, which needs us to feed about triple the times of initial stages. That is how we could make the automation techniques involved technological era will help us to increase the production of food by limiting the availability of labors, that is manual labors. This is what I have prepared for today's class. See you at the next class. Thank you.